Madrid, the Zarzuela Palace has once again been shaken by an unprecedented decision. Queen Letizia is said to have personally requested that Infanta Cristina be removed from all activities and titles related to the Spanish royal family, after discovering that her sister-in-law was secretly keeping in touch with and listening to her ex-husband, Iñaki Urdangarin, who had once caused the entire dynasty to be rocked by a corruption scandal. This event, if officially confirmed, would mark one of Letizia's most drastic and controversial decisions since she entered the royal family. A source close to the palace said, Queen Letizia felt this was a double betrayal. On the one hand, Cristina is a member of the family, but on the other hand, she quietly continued to defend a man who had ruined the reputation of the king and the monarchy. Ghosts of the past, Iñaki Urdangarin and the unhealed wounds. In 2018, Infanta Cristina's ex-husband, Iñaki Urdangarin, was convicted of corruption and embezzlement in a case that the Spanish press once called a disgrace to the royal family. Although Cristina was not convicted of a crime, her image in the eyes of the public and within the royal family was severely damaged. Since then, she has lived in isolation in Switzerland, and later in Barcelona, and has hardly appeared in royal activities. However, according to many sources, Letizia has maintained a minimal relationship with her sister-in-law. Until she discovered the unforgivable, Cristina continued to listen to Iñaki, even secretly meeting him on private occasions. Letizia, preserving the royal honor or pushing a woman to the margins? Royal observers say Letizia, known for her toughness and principles, has long been clear that no one, not even her own family, should be allowed to tarnish the honor of the royal family. According to a source close to the Queen, Letizia believes that the Spanish people will only trust the royal family if it cleans itself up. Cristina, by continuing to stand by Iñaki, has chosen to distance herself. The expulsion is not an administrative expulsion in the legal sense, but a symbolic and ceremonial one. Cristina will no longer represent the royal family in any public events. Her name will be removed from the official royal website, and her remaining financial privileges from the royal family will be completely cut off. Cristina, lonely woman between two worlds. Cristina, now in her 60s, has not made any official statement following the shocking news. However, a close friend of hers said, Cristina never stopped loving Iñaki. Despite the betrayal, she always said he was the man for her. The fact that Letizia did not understand that is what hurt Cristina more than the decision to be expelled. Spaniards are divided. Some say Letizia was right to put national honor above family ties. Others feel sorry for Cristina, a woman who was once a royal symbol, now quietly pushed out of what was once called family. New dynasty, new rules. Many royal experts say that Letizia is completely reshaping the image of the Spanish royal family. She rejects the old habits of King Juan Carlos, where scandals were covered up, where members could live far from morality while still keeping their titles. Now, Letizia and King Felipe VI are building a clean, transparent and uncompromising dynasty. In that structure, there is no place for people like Cristina, even though they were once blood relatives. King Felipe's silence, consensual or forced? One point that has attracted particular public attention is the attitude of King Felipe VI, who is both Cristina's younger brother and Letizia's husband. In the past, Felipe has maintained a neutral stance between his wife and sister, always trying to maintain harmony in the family despite simmering tensions. But this time, according to multiple sources from within the palace, Felipe did not object to Letizia's decision. In fact, he signed an administrative document confirming the removal of Infanta Cristina's name from royal ceremonial and financial records. A royal expert told RTVE. Felipe knows very well the lesson of his father's reign, that tolerance can be the beginning of a downfall. Deep down, he may still love Cristina, but the role of king sometimes requires him to sacrifice his privacy. Letizia and the silent revolution in the palace. Looking back at nearly 20 years of Letizia's presence in the Spanish royal family, one can see a long journey of resistance and affirmation. As a journalist without noble origins, Letizia entered the royal family with many doubts, cold eyes and whispers behind her back. But with iron discipline and modern thinking, she gradually mastered her role, not only as the king's wife, but also as the one who reshaped the values of the entire royal family. The expulsion of Cristina can be seen as the culmination of the cleaning strategy that Letizia has steadfastly pursued for many years. She once promoted the abandonment of the royal family's opaque private funds, reduced ceremonial expenses, and required senior members to be transparent about their personal assets. Within the palace, Letizia even reshuffled the entire team of assistants, eliminating those considered legacies of the Juan Carlos era. Public opinion is divided: cold queen or keeper of ideals? On Spanish social media, the news of Cristina's removal has caused a wave of controversy. Some people praised Letizia as the only strong woman who dared to touch the forbidden area of the royal family. The account at Reina Justicia wrote, "If not Letizia, who would dare to deal with Cristina? Who else would be brave enough to eliminate traitors disguised as princesses?" Meanwhile, many people felt heartbroken for Cristina. The most shared post was an old photo of Cristina hugging her younger brother Felipe on the day of his coronation in 2014, with the caption, "From a princess to a pariah, family is sometimes colder than politics." What is the future for Cristina? With her removal from the royal family, Infanta Cristina is now almost only nominally a blood relative. No more title Alteza Real, noble princess, no more personal guard, no more financial support from the state or the palace. Cristina faced a completely normal life, something unheard of for someone born in a palace. According to French media, she is considering moving permanently to Switzerland or the south of France, living out of the limelight. An old university friend told El País. Cristina has never really been a politician or a public figure. She just wants to live in peace with the person she loves, even if it means turning her back on her family. The end of a chapter, and the beginning of a new dynasty? Letizia's decision to remove Cristina is not just a personal act, but also a signal that the Felipe-Letizia dynasty is redrawing the boundaries of the Spanish royal family, modern, accountable, transparent, and uncompromising about its dark past. With this decision, Letizia has proven that she is not only a queen from the people, but also a woman who dares to do the right thing, even if it means severing family ties. Cristina has now quietly left the royal family, no public farewell, no press release. Letizia alone, steadfast, cold but also determined, stands in the middle of the palace, continuing her relentless fight for the last remaining honor of the Bourbon dynasty. And the Spanish people? They will be the final judge of whether Letizia was right, or whether she has gone too far in her mission to revive a dynasty that is losing its credibility.